How is everybody? Let me turn my mic up. Actually, should have done that before I started. It's almost like I should be good at this by now, but I'm not. All right, so let me just. I don't know if I want to get right into it or just relax. You know what? I'm gonna relax. Let's talk about that music. The reaction was mixed. Usually people have like usually like my music, but not this time. This time I got a mixed reaction from people. How could that happen? I love that fucking song. Every time I hear that fucking song, I feel good. It's a song that heals the spirit. It's from Space Station 13, which is what I have been doing to detoxify my fucking mind after this shit. Is that some fat bitch shit? No, it's not. It was better than Fizzy Barf. You're wrong. Fizzy Barf is such a fucking great song. Playing Beyond games, it's not my choice. I wish it was a better engine. That game's fucking shit. What happened? Okay, I guess now that we've got people in, I can just get right into it. So a couple weeks ago, you may or may not have noticed that a mosque in New Zealand was shut up, right? So that happened, and the person chose to live stream it like an in real life video game to Facebook. And I happened to catch this right as it ended, and I'm thinking, oh shit, I need to save this right the fuck now, right? So I do. I save it and I upload it to the site. And I just make a thread on the forum, and I'm like, this shooting happened, and here's the video from Facebook. Just a regular routine archival of something that will probably be hard to find, or at least is worth preserving on the site, right? So I do that, and immediately the site starts tanking. It just immediately burns up because the thread I created was so timely that it was one of the top results worldwide for probably in conjunction with the site name. You know, you type in Kiwi shooter or something, and our website has massive innate bonuses to Google just because of the name, which is completely incidental. This whole thing is very, very coincidental and funny. When you just think about the fact that New Zealand has blocked us, and I'll get to that. It's just very ironic. And as this happens, I realize I do not have the bandwidth for this. There's been a lot of talk recently about making, like, Josh, why don't you make a streaming service after Stream.me goes down? And I've talked at length about the requirements, the hardware and the networking requirements of something like that. And this is a prime example of the massive demands put on the computer by overwhelming network requirements. You have thousands of people trying to download this video, and big shout out to everybody on 4chan who just linked the fucking MP4 directly to the threads, because you really, really helped in making sure that I couldn't get information out to people on where to download it after I took that down. Massive thank you to everybody who went out of their way to make sure that I could not communicate with people who were trying to get this video. So as it goes up, and we hit about 33,000 people in 15 minutes, which is not only our record. Our previous record was when Jim did its overstream and was talking about the website. We got about 5,500 people very briefly during that. So the 33,000 was a six-fold increase on our prior record because of how many people were trying to access this video. So I realized very quickly that I'd have to make a torrent in order to keep the video on the internet, right? I've never made a torrent before. I'm usually downloading, I'm not usually uploading. So I very quickly go to Google and type in how make torrent, and the first result had 4 different trackers, including the Pirate Bay, for coordinating between peers how to download the video. So the trackers don't. Most people know this, but the trackers don't actually maintain any of the data in the torrent. They just maintain the list of people currently uploading and downloading the torrent, so that people can find each other. It's just a coordinator. So I do this, I create the thing, and I redirect the .mp4 to a .torrent and throw that up there and encourage people to use the torrent. Within, an hour, not only are there thousands of people using this torrent, all the trackers just go offline. So four different trackers, the ones that this random help site gave me for setting up the torrent, just immediately shut down, right? So I was thinking, okay, let me do that again, and this time I'll use as many trackers as I can find. And I happened to find on GitHub a list of files, or a list of trackers in one convenient text file, and I used all of those, and they went up. Thousands of people, again, within an hour downloading this file, and within 8 hours, the 20 or so trackers I used for this new torrent were down to about 3 functioning ones. So I'm like, okay, then I'll make my own tracker. and I did. I think it's still up. Hopefully it is. It is. So I make my own tracker at tracker.kiwifarms.net on port 8000. And I set this up for the sole express purpose of making sure that this torrent does not go down. And I create a third copy of a torrent. And I just checked it so far. I haven't thought about this since I did it. There are now 55,000 torrents on my torrent tracker that I have not advertised in any way. I've only used this torrent tracker to seed or to track the shooting video. And apparently, 50,000 people have found it worthy enough to use as a torrent tracker on at least one of their torrents. So that's pretty fucking weird. So this goes out right, and I'm not sleeping during this shit. I go out to the store and I get some caffeine because I know it's gonna be a long day. And I start getting the fucking emails. I start getting fucking emails from a lot of people, not like LEO members, like people, random cunts from New Zealand are just emailing me, trying to email my host, trying to email Cloudflare, saying that this is propagation of terrorist material, terrorist training material, and it's like it's a live stream on Facebook. So I eventually finally start getting emails from law enforcement, and they're telling me to take this down because it's a terrorist material type thing. And I learn through my friends in New Zealand that New Zealand does have a bureaucracy set up for censorship, but usually the bureaucracy was empowered for the purpose of censoring child pornography. And instead, they've turned to censoring videos and stuff that they don't like, including this one. So when you hear about outrageous prison sentences going on like a decade or more, especially in New Zealand, like you think of a murder. I think the maximum sentence in New Zealand is like 20 years. That's a life sentence. So you're thinking about a murderer going to prison for 20 years. And then you think about a guy downloading this video, and he's getting half that sentence in New Zealand. And the reason why is because he's being charged under anti-child pornography laws, which is preposterous and very extreme. And they've already, like, it's not just a joke. It's not just some bullshit they have on the books that they're not going to use out of fear of looking bad. They've already used it to arrest multiple people. I think like 4 now, maybe even more. And I've gotten private messages and emails from people in Australia and in New Zealand saying like, hey, I've talked to my lawyer and they're telling me to ask you to delete my account. Now, of course, I don't do that, but I've modified the forum so that it doesn't retain any user information if you change it. We usually keep a change log going on user accounts for up to a month for administrative purposes, so we can track people who are socking and being, just dickheads. But for the time being, I've completely disabled all record keeping. I've disabled Nginx logs. I've disabled automatic backups to the cloud. I've deleted over a terabyte of database backups off different cloud services and stuff. I'm flat out burning everything that I can because I don't want people to get a subpoena and then acquiesce from a cloud service, a backup that contains this information that people are changing because of the fear from the government. It's extremely frustrating to me that I have to try and protect the users from the government, because usually it's just been hackers and stuff, right? Like, my big fear is eventually I'm going to piss off somebody who knows how to hack or knows how to get scripts to break into Zen forums, and I'm always trying to keep it up to date and stuff. But now the fear is, the government's just going to write a fucking document and it's going to get something from one of my providers and make arrests based on that. So I've been making sure that my records are as useless as possible, which is frustrating because we recently got denial of service attacked, and I can't adequately deal with that without Nginx logs. So I've had to re-enable the Nginx logs and deal with the DDoS and then disable them and destroy the records, and it's so tiring. And I wanted to do a stream last week, and I wanted to do a stream today. A regular stream. I was just going to be defiant and be like, okay, I'm going to do my regular thing and not have to and not worry about this. And I had a interest. I had investigated in doing a stream today about a woman called Raven Sparks, specifically because I knew she was from Christchurch. And what's very funny is that I used to run a website with like an onion spin to it for publishing articles on behalf of the forum called dailystandard.co.nz. It's down now, but if you can find archives of it, you'll see as a joke, I put up at the top, to make it look more like an authentic publication, a weather widget tracking the weather in Christchurch, New Zealand. So it's very strange that my website called the Kiwi Farms, which has used to have a publication attached to it for publishing things about locales on the site that was allegedly based at a Christchurch, is getting so much shit from New Zealand. So, back to the timeline. At this point, I've created the torrents and stuff, and I've gotten it out, and there's so many copies of it now that I'm pretty sure it's not going down. But for a while, for a very brief time, it really felt like there was, very few. I won't say it's the only copy, because I know that's not true. There's never going to be just the one copy of something. It probably would have gotten shared around like on 8chan and stuff for weeks after the fact, but it would have been effectively squelched from the public if there wasn't a ready access to it on websites like LiveLeak and stuff. And LiveLeak, BitChute, and many other websites took down this material. In fact, I'm pretty sure Gab even took down links. I don't know 100% if that's true, but Dissenter got banned from. Okay, let's talk about the fucking bans. Let me pull this up, because somebody sent me something that was very useful, and I want to show you all the websites that are currently banned by New Zealand. So I at first I was very confused, and I thought that possibly the ISPs were acting on their own to try and censor stuff by DNS block, and I'll explain what that means in a second. And I thought, because I had heard that certain ISPs were not blocking the site, and only 3 of the 6 ISPs in New Zealand were blocking the site. So I didn't really have a clear line of information of who was doing what and why they were doing it. But with this Twitter DM I got, I am very confident that it is not an autonomous decision from the ISPs. It is a government decision. So, see this? And one more. And this. So here is the complete list of websites blocked and why they're blocked. Sent to me by an anonymous user. So this is from Optus, which is .au. So this isn't even from New Zealand. I'm sorry, I thought it was from New Zealand. So as per our customer relations group, it's not Optus who requested for these sites to be blocked, but the Australian Federal Police who requested telcos in Australia to block it. Below are some of the websites that are affected: 4chan.org, 4channel.org, 8ch.net, annonfile.org, ar15.com, archive.is, and archive.fo, Bestscore, Betsy Bible Chat, Bishop, Iked, Blog, BitChute, Blazing Cat Fur, Minfill, I think that's a torrent tracker, DTube, DailyStormer.name, darkweb.tokyo, deathaddict.cl, which sounds like a gore site, documentcloud.org, Encyclopedia Dramatica, Nchan, File Dropper, File Uploader, KiwiFarms.net, LiveLeak.com, LivestreamFails.com, Lookism.net, Lols.com, Mixtape.mo, Ogrish Forums, and Ogrish is a gore site. Lots and lots of torrent trackers. That's what those weird domains are. They're torrent trackers. Vote.co and Zero Hedge, very infamously. You can't call it a live stream fail if you take out 50. Yeah, the word fail is very subjective. All these new friends are stretching the word to meaninglessness. Oh, surprise, no child porn sites are blocked? Yeah, I don't know. So let me tell you what the block means, because usually, right? God, let me put up a hold up. Let me put up a thing. I want to show people how this works. I'm gonna draw. People like it when I draw, so we're gonna do that. Be very careful. So, all right. I think that's right. So this is how normally a connection works, right, to the internet. It's usually just an IP thing. So you connect to an IP address, which is the four numbers separated by periods, which gets to the server, right? And then back again, because you have your own IP address, right? And it goes back to you. But to get that number right there, to block that is a big deal, because I use something called Cloudflare, which puts like the little cloud thing right here, and you connect to that, and that talks to my IP without exposing my IP to you, and that prevents people from finding this IP address, right? So if you wanted to attack that IP address, you'd have to find it without just pinging figuring out what the IP address is from the DNS servers. So if they wanted to block my site by IP address, they'd have to block Cloudflare instead, right? And if they do that, something like, I think 40% of all websites use Cloudflare now. So that would be a big problem. If you block Cloudflare, you block out basically half the internet. So what they do instead is a little bit sneakier. In order to get the IP address, your computer does this automatically. You type in something like Kiwi Farms, right, into your browser bar, and you get from a DNS server, which is right there, DNS, and you get a reply, which is the IP address. So what they do is, you usually get your DNS server from your ISP. If you are just connected to a computer and you plug it into a router, you're likely to get DNS servers that you don't recognize, that you didn't ask for, from your ISP. And if you ever do something where you type in a bad domain, you make a typo and it doesn't go anywhere, but you get a result, like my grandmother's ISP does this. You type in a search query that it interprets as a domain, and it tries to look it up. The ISP will lie, and it will provide you an IP address and take you to their own search engine looking up those terms. And that's an example of the ISP lying to you. In truth, the domain you looked up did not have an IP attached to it because it didn't exist. But it lied to you and told you that it did have an IP attached to it, and the IP that it gave you from its DNS server is its own IP so that it could trick you into using their search engine, which has advertisements on it. What the authorities have done have told the ISPs to basically bug their DNS server. You type in kiwifarms.net in Australia or New Zealand, it hits the DNS server, and then the DNS server just lies and says it has no fucking idea what you're talking about. And it looks like the website has gone down, has closed, has moved, or something else. And that's the DNS blocking. And all those websites that I showed you have, in the countries of Australia and New Zealand at the very least, been mandatorily removed from DNS servers hosted by domestic telecom companies in Australia and New Zealand. So the solution to this, if you don't know, if you're a newbie, is to use either, and people debate this, so I'm just going to give both, is to use this IP as your DNS server, or this one. And the top one is hosted by Cloudflare. You can actually go to HTTPS 1111 like that, and it'll show you how to change your DNS servers, or you can Google the Google DNS servers and change it there. You either have to change it on your computer or you have to change it on your router. And if you can't do that, you can always install a VPN and get around that anyways. So, in short, the governments of Australia and New Zealand have told telecommunication companies to lie to their customers about the availability of websites on the internet for the crime of sharing a video which is not pornographic in nature, because they would like the information within to be censored. And that is pretty fucking dystopian, as far as I'm concerned. The Kiwi Farms is, of course, on that fucking list, and they're I mean, it's not even like it's just like a cute little game of DNS blocking. One of the names on that website, or sorry, on that list, was dailystormer.net, which is, of course, the Daily Stormer domain, and that is DNS blocked in France. If you try to go to Daily Stormer or that weird Frenchy website, it's called like DP. DP is in double penetration, but it's Frenchy. If you try to go there via a French DNS server, it'll lie and say that that's blocked as well. And while it's, it's cute little games of cat and mouse with technology, in France and New Zealand, they're arresting people for accessing this material as if it were child pornography, which is why, you really, 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 really have to be careful when a government tries to pass legislation about kids. I don't know what the fuck it is, but you remember like SOPA and PIPA? PIPA was like Preventing Internet Predators Act or something. And it's like all these laws, all these faggot fucking laws about censoring the internet are always guised in protecting children. And I have, I was going to say I have no idea why, but I know why. It's because it's effective. It's like, what, you don't want to stop kids from getting raped? You must be like a fucking pedophile. What a fucking asshole you are, not wanting to prevent internet predators. It's literally think of the kids, exactly. It's just pathetic. And people fall for it. They fall for it all the fucking time. We need to go back to that Greek school of thought where you're not a human being until you're 16 and you can't vote until you're 30. I think if we went back to that, society would be a lot better. Because, I mean, really, kids are shit. They fucking stink and they're sticky and they're basically little germ factories. I'm not saying you shouldn't have kids. I'm just saying that it's up to you to stop them from getting raped on the internet. It isn't my job. Sticky. They get into like sugar and stuff. People under 18 shouldn't be allowed on the internet. That's a fucking. That's almost a good rule. I remember how much I hated fucking like firewalls and shit as a kid on school computers. But like, okay, let's not say under 18. Let's say under 13. If you're under 13 and you're not in an academic environment, you have no business being connected to the fucking internet. Because you're gonna get like cyber raped, you're gonna get fucking abducted, You're gonna be on YouTube looking at those weird fucking Elsa pregnancy videos where Spider-Man operates on her fetus. Like you're gonna get fucked up real bad. So, okay, there is something I haven't shown anybody yet. I have not shown people the body of this. I've hinted at them, but I want to show it. Like this email came in so far after I was so fucking done. I'm just gonna paste it into Microsoft Paint because I'm a lazy boy. I'll just read it. Drop this down to 14, and you know what? I want some Quattrocinto based. Dear Cloudflare, as part of the Counter-Terrorism Command of the United Kingdom, the Counter-Terrorism Internet Referral Unit, CTRIU, sounds like an anime name, works in cooperation with the industry and the private sector companies globally to remove illegal online content that breaches the UK's terrorism provisions. We search for online content that is illegal under UK law that may be described as material that encourages, promotes, or glorifies terrorist acts or which otherwise incites or assists others to participate in such acts. The types of content most often removed usually breach Sections 57 or 58 Terrorism Act 2000 or Sections 1 or 2 Terrorism Act 2006. Please see the following links that are shown as being hosted on your servers. He has he has listed the Great Replacement PDF twice. I guess that one needs to be beat doubly hard because it is very offensive. And it names Candace Owens, the great neo-Nazi, the chocolate Nazi, and the torrent file. This document is suspected to have been written by Brenton Tarrant, an Australian man who has been charged with murder following the massacres of people at 2 mosques in New Zealand on the 15th of March 2019. The document contains right-wing extremist ideology that promotes racially motivated murder. This document has been created purely to encourage and glorify a terrorist ideology, which is contrary to Section 1. Wow, okay. Encouraging Terrorism Act of 2006. It may also breach your terms of service. Having reviewed the website kiwifarms.net, it is unlikely that they will remove such content if approached directly by us, as they have a thread on their website which appears to mock complaints made to their website regarding the removal of such content related to this incident. As a preventative measure, we would be grateful if using your terms of service policy you will block or otherwise restrict access to these pages by, for example, removal or suspension. We ask that you treat this matter as a high priority. Please don't hesitate to contact us if we can be of further assistance. We are grateful in advance for your assistance. CTRIU, the Counterterrorism Internet Referral Unit of the Metropolitan Police Service, United Kingdom. Look, let me show you. Hold up. Oh, Jesus. CTR. Show me the Twitters. I think, sorry, I have a cough. I think I'm dying. Okay, CTRIU is apparently a Russian company. What the fuck? Oh, are they literally just called terrorism police? Oh my god. Look at this shit. Terrorism police. Fuck you, you cocksucker motherfuckers. Counterterrorism policing is a collaboration of police forces working with intelligence partners to protect the UK from terrorism. Action counters terrorism. From counterterrorism.police.uk. Which one of you faggots wrote that? Well, look at that puppy, though. Look at that puppy. Look at this. What, you know how ugly these people are? What is it with Anglos and looking so fucking disgusting? They are truly awful human beings. They all look deformed. That guy's ears are pointing in 2 different directions. This motherfucker's got that look like he's gonna ask me for my license. He's got rosacea and shit. His face is like 4 different colors, and it's different from his arm colors, and he's got like sores, open sores on his skin. And this dog's like, help me, send me away from this Anglo menace. He's gonna fuck that dog. Well, they're just pictures of doggies. You should just post pictures of the doggies, because nobody cares about the guys. Oh, these elite men. Sam, Merkel. I don't know any other funny English names. I just hate them. I have overwhelming contempt for the Anglo. What a shit. Our nationwide campaign aims to increase awareness and understanding of what constitutes a hate crime. Oh. Hold up. Sorry, I forgot the audio. Where's my live audio? You son of a bitch. I need my live audio, you fucking cocksucker motherfuckers. Desktop audio. Show it. Show it. Why does nothing work? Why does nothing work? Audio output capture. Yeah, that's default. Is it just not gonna work? Oh, you son of a bitch. Okay, I guess I can't show it to you. It's funny because the 2 guys and they see the moss or the hijab and they're like, "Grr, get that rag off your head." And then they're like, "Be sure to narc on your neighbors." And that's the gist of it. Oh, you know what it is? Oh, you know what it is? I figured it out. I'm getting better. I'm getting better at this, guys. Boom.
Oh, another one. Get that stupid thing off your head!
Look at the wheels. My wheels. You need to get off the bus. You're useless.
Nobody's like that.
If you target anyone with verbal, online, or physical abuse because of their religion, race, sexual orientation, disability, or transgender identity, you may be committing a hate crime. It's not just offensive, it's an offense.
Wow. Can you imagine being fucking British? You know what's funny is, they're like, no, don't bully people for being disabled. Don't bully people for being cripples and stuff. When I was with Frederick, who is very severely disabled, has to use a wheelchair, is starkly different from everybody around him, right? Like people in the Philippines especially would stare, but nobody ever in my presence ever fucked with him. Ever fucked with him, because people are not like that. People are mean to the hijab lady because they're detrimental to society. Ripples aren't detrimental to society. These advertisements are great though. Uh-oh, he's placing boxes. Oh, look again. CSI that shit. Oh god, it's full of autism. Do you see a man on private property carrying canisters? Report it to the counterterrorism unit. Show me another one. Fuckers. I want to see your shitty advertisements.
Security is a team effort. If you're going to see the game, have a great time and look out for each other. Know the game plan and stay safe.
What the fuck? That has no information to it. I want you to threaten to arrest people for the internet again. Carrying out hostile reconnaissance of his target and practicing bomb making. A self-radicalized terrorist was... Oh, a self-radicalized terrorist.
Hi everyone, today's experiment is with HMTD.
These are the words of a lone terrorist. unknown to the authorities. It was thanks to a call from the public that he became known to the police and they could investigate. If you see anything suspicious, act on it. Call police on 0800 789 321.
These advertisements are utterly bereft of like information. I want to watch one more because that first one was good. I want to see another one where they're just like, if you're bad at thinking, terror attacks are rare. Yeah. If you can't run, hide. Once safe, tell the police. Can we go back to the God, what is it? It's American like run, hide, attack thing. What's the name of the American policy? Run, hide, tell. It's not that one though. Run, hide, fight. Yeah, that's it. Run, hide, fight. ActiveShooter.gov. Oh my god. Oh my god. Where's run, hide, fight at? Oh, dude. This is awesome. Ready.gov, active shooter. Active shooter. This page describes what to do if you find yourself in an active shooting event, how to recognize signs of potential violence around you, and what to expect after an active shooting takes place. Remember during the active shooting to run, hide, and fight. What's this one? Run, hide, and tell the police. Don't ever fight. Don't ever fight. Fight as an absolute last resort. Commit to your actions and act aggressively as possible against the shooter. Recruit others to ambush the shooter with makeshift weapons. Be prepared to cause severe or lethal injury to the shooter. Throw items and improvise weapons to distract and disarm the shooter. That's so fucking based. This is the important thing, though. It's like commit to your actions, because it's like you don't. That's good that they put that as the first words, because you don't want to like. It's not like don't just attack them. You have to be. You have to go Alex Jones. You have to revert to a feral fucking beast of flesh and blood and instinct, and pummel that motherfucker to death with whatever you have in your hand. And don't stop. Don't stop. When you start bashing his brains in with that toolbox you found, don't stop. Because even if he's twitching as a result of severe seizures, as his brain is pummeled and destroyed, you don't stop. You commit to that shit until even the seizure twitches have ceased. Or if you're in the UK, you can just tell the police, and then they'll tell the police that actually have guns where to go, and it'll take them about half an hour to get there. Clipped. All right, what's this? One more. I'm feeling good. This man has been jailed for life. Care. I don't care. You can. All right. So this is the letter that I mentioned that had me worked up, because it's just like, you know, New Zealand, who gives a shit? But the UK, it's like they're still a part of the EU, right? So I wanted to travel to Europe at some point. I wanted to go northwest and visit one of the countries in Europe, because it may be the last opportunity in my life to go and visit someplace in Europe and have it feel like a European city. But now I don't know if I can. I feel like if I go to anywhere in I think it's called the Schengen area, if I went anywhere in the European Union, I would get detained or something. You're on a watch. Well, that's the thing. This is no joke. I'm a very serious person who does very serious things. Sorry, I still have that cough. So I went here, right? And there are none. So I'm not in the red notices. Try Poland. Poland's still part of the EU, though. So Interpol is like what monitors the airports, right? But I mean, here's the thing. It's like there are the number of public red notices. Public. So I don't even know. It doesn't even tell you how many other non-public red notices there are. It could be like 100 million of them, you know? come to Brazil? I think I had that conversation with you. Go to Hungary, it's beautiful. Hungary is probably a lot like, you know, Eastern Europe. It's just, you know, I wanted to see Western Europe. I haven't been to France. I haven't been to Germany. I haven't been to Switzerland. Switzerland is probably the one country I'd feel comfortable going to. Come to Netherlands. I can go meet Kitty Styles. He can get he can commit to his actions as he aggressively pummels me to death with a fucking toolbox. He's Danish? I didn't know that. I thought he was Dutch. Go to Northern Ireland? No. So I'm trying to think if there was anything else. Like I can read some of the emails I've gotten. I even got one about Encyclopedia Dramatica hosting shit. Oh, this one I got. I'll just read all of them. It says, let me just copy paste this. This is an anonymous report on Cloudflare. Logs or evidence of abuse. If you visit their homepage, it shows a child covered in blood from being shot by a terrorist. I'm not sure if they still had their clothes on, as the blood was covered all over the 4-year-old. I find it interesting that Cloudflare doesn't seem to care about child porn, or seems to care about child porn, but doesn't seem to care about terrorists using their DDoS protection to host terrorist videos. Number one, I have no fucking idea what he's talking about. I did not put anything not safe for work on the front page. So this is just an outright fucking lie. This person is full of shit. They're just a fucking liar. 50 human beings, that's debatable, lost their lives. And if you are protecting their site from DDoS and giving them anonymity, which they're not, well, I mean, they're protecting them from DDoS, but that's it. And even then, it doesn't work all the time. In fact, why isn't hosting and profiting from the deaths of 50 people more offensive than child porn? People died, and Kiwi Farms is making money promoting their deaths from hosting it. How is that possibly not more offensive than child porn? Very persuasive argument. What do you guys think? Do you guys think that that's more offensive than child porn? Where the fuck is my chat? There it is. Yeah, making money in fucking quotes. All right, next one. These are in order, by the way. Josh. It's weird when people use my... I've never seen somebody know me when they make a Cloudflare report. Josh outright says he's hosting the trackers with the mass shooting video. Look, I understand trolling and shitposting, but this is taking things way too far. Forgive the use of a throwaway email address. The website owner has a history of posting these emails, and I don't need any more harassment. Please address this issue with your customer. Video and manifesto of the terrorist attack in Christchurch, New Zealand shows actual footage of violence and execution of people. Could you please provide the IP address? Oh, jeez. Page displays video of extreme violence / racist content. Advocates a terrorist act. Please respond with host server details to assist us identify source of this content. Thank you. I wonder if these are people who are... Oh, sorry, this one was about Encyclopedia Dramatica. This one wasn't about Kiwi Farms. Well, this one mentions me by name again. Joshua Moon owns and maintains this website, with Cloudflare providing DNS hosting. Oh, geez, this person's a fucking retard. He has previously promoted pedophilia on 8chan and continues this type of disgusting behavior through his website, which you, Cloudflare, facilitate. What the fuck? Oh, that's right. That's right. I forgot we had like 8 million fucking articles written about us. This article in particular. What? Oh, you have to actually include... Oh, what a bullshit fucking website. No, fuck off. Did they delete it? No, you pussies. There was an article they put up that was like I promoted pedophilia on 8chan or some shit. It was truly insane. Oh, this one's on the Wall Street Journal. What the fuck? Does it mention us? I can't. I'm not. Oh, fuck you. Fuck off with that. Fucking assholes. Look, oh man, archive doesn't break. Oh, fuck you. I'll never even know. I'll never even know now. It is literally never gonna happen. I've already don't care. I already don't care. But this email says, don't be complicit with murder, terrorism, and hate. I don't need to post URLs or anything else at this point. It's well documented. I have been advised both KiwiFarms.net and 8chan.net both use Cloudflare as a reverse proxy pass-through service. 50 people died, and these sites are culpable for promoting, congratulating, and enabling the murders. The killer shared links to the live stream video only minutes before the attack on 8chan. Many members of 8chan reshared it and applauded the violent murders. If you take no action against this or even have regret for hosting and therefore enabling this, then you too have blood on your hands. Have a heart. Fix this. I don't know why he's complaining about Cloudflare to me. Oh, this was the fucking... the UK one. I thought I had a different one from authorities. Your client located at KiwiFarms.net is in violation of the terms and service as outlined on your website. The website in question is owned and operated by a pedophile to 1, host pedophilic content, and 2, carry out the activity known as doxing. Moreover, KiwiFarms.net is a dispensary. That's not a word. Is it? I think she means dispensary, not a dispensary, for neo-Nazi ideology. Violence against women and minorities has caused people to commit suicide via cyberbullying campaign, has had users plan and execute school shootings, and more. You may have heard of the recent Christchurch shooting in New Zealand. Oh, you may have heard of it. The KiwiFarms.net community was involved in this. What? By continuing to provide hosting for the Kiwi Farms community, that is the kind of content that you are helping to support. I ask you to consider withdrawing your support from the KiwiFarms.net user base by no longer giving them a platform with which to spread their ideology. Thank you, Jude. I think that's it. That's all the ones sent to Cloudflare, at least. Since the 17th. I probably had more. I had some sent to... my hosting one. This one, what the fuck? I think I responded to this. Oh, I did. I would like the incel thread removed, and if you refuse, I will request my attorney, TBA Law Namgambi, to hire a U.S. attorney to injunct you / request specific performance for its removal. Dylan Carter Shepperton. That's unrelated to Christchurch, but whatever. Please remove now. If no reaction ASAP, this will be reported to law enforcement such as Europol. This is not a joke. Regards. This is a weird one. Hey, I just followed a thread in the non-digital sense from Zero Hedge to Kiwi Farms to you. May God be with you. That's nice. That's the one positive email I got, guys. Does that count? Europol, yeah, Europol. When I see Europol written as this, I think of this as like a 4chan thread, which I guess is just indicative that my brain's been rotten. Couple other. Oh, this one just says Kiwi Farms Internet has a video of terrorist act that happened in Christchurch, New Zealand. Please take it down. And that's about it. At least the ones I've kept records of. A lot of the bullshit ones I just like threw away. These ones were on my hosting thing. Oh jeez. Well, sorry I didn't get like a regular stream out. I wanted to. I was thinking about it hard, and like I sat down to do the thing on Raven Sparks, and I started getting into it. And when I realized that she wasn't even in New Zealand anymore, she had moved to like South Carolina. She was like an Anglo who moved to New Zealand for like her third husband, and then moved to the Carolinas for whatever fucking reason. Oh, somebody has a copy of that Wall Street Journal article. Nice. Does it mention the Kiwi Farms? Oh no, it hates on 8 channel out though. Women and children being gunned down. The video spread quickly via popular sites like YouTube and then kept popping up in other parts of the internet, even as mainstream sites tried to delete it. Those other places include 8chan. Some users edited and embellished the video, attempted to mimic video games designed from the point of view of gun-wielding characters. There is a specific edit by on 4chan that I saw that was the video footage cut up to the audio from Meet the Sniper for TF2, and that's actually genuinely really fucking funny. It was very well done, and I would encourage seeking it out. Claw shrimp, I thought about it. A fucking outline, dude. There are so many. Here, I'll show you this. I'll show you this. This interaction I had with this woman. Yes. This blood-sucking vampire tried to get to me. Where is... Oh, okay. Just pull up the email real quick.
What I can say is that it is clear that this is one of New Zealand's darkest days.
Oh, if you do this shit with this fucking bullshit that automatically starts fucking playing, fuck you. The worst fucking web design ever is this shit. Like, nobody wants that. Nobody has ever asked for a video to automatically start playing fucking bullshit. I like how this like just zooms right up at my face. Is a serial linked to a 2016 spate of school shooting hoaxes in Florida. Doesn't mention that I was the target of the hoaxes. I was the victim of it, but whatever. The American operator of a controversial website has smacked down a request by New Zealand police to hand over data linked to posts and videos that appeared on the site as the Christchurch terrorist attack unfolded. In an obscenity-laden email, Kiwi Farms founder Joshua Moon dismissed the plea by Director Senior Sergeant John Michael as a joke, labeling New Zealand a small, irrelevant island nation and shithole country. Moon is the former administrator of 8chan, the online message board where Brenton Tarrant posted details of his sick plan along with a 73-page manifesto hours before allegedly carrying out the New Zealand deadliest terror attack. Is a popular with incels. You know how many weird things I've been called because of this? Alt-right, anti-feminist, pro-white Trump supporter who claims he set up Kiwi Farms for the gossip and exploitation of the mentally handicapped for amusement purposes, published the exchange with Director Michael without bothering to hide the officer's email address. Yes, just followed up with another email abusing New Zealand authorities for their effort to remove footage of the rampage, which was live streamed by Tarrant and has been circulating online ever since. There was a thing where somebody no, fuck off. I hate you. There was a clip on after like in the press briefing afterwards where they're like interviewing the chief, and they asked specifically about the Kiwi farms, and he directly confirmed that they were aware of the site, and that made me laugh. Okay, this is the journalist lady. I'm not going to include all her contact detail, even though she left her fucking contact information. I'm hoping to talk to people like yourself about whether you think attempts to shut down online nationalist or right forums is harming free speech. I'm looking into how someone like Brenton Tarrant did what he did. He didn't appear to post violent, non-controversial stuff on his social media platforms, so how can police or anyone know whether what someone posts actually ends up in a violent attack? So I want to explore where the law enforcement can feasibly draw the line between post and crime. I'd be interested in talking to you about this, ? Sounds like she's asking me a question. She actually sent me this email twice, 4 minutes apart, one to legal@kiwifarms.net and one to null@kiwifarms.net. My reply was this. I said, the Kiwi Farms is not an online national or right forum. There's a huge cross-section of political beliefs on the forum. It's about making fun of silly people on the internet. I personally hold strong political convictions, but almost everyone on my own staff disagrees with me on almost everything. Politics is not even the second most important thing on my site. And she just replies, sent from my iPhone, so you know it's professional. I'd be interested to talk to you about the diverse views. Is that possible? And then I reply, I've been advised by many people from Australia not to talk to ABC at all. And then she asks, really, why is that? And then later, after getting no response, and still I've not responded to this, I just wanted to say I understand the reluctance in talking to the media, but I recently helped do a story which included a heftier response from Blair Cottrell. I have no idea who Blair Cottrell is. And he was happy with the story, felt it was fairly balanced. I'm interested in looking at the line between people making comments in safe spaces online versus violent action, and if authorities might have over-monitor or intervene and essentially prevent free speech. I could keep you anonymous if you prefer. I want to look this chick up because I have her Twitter. She gave me her Twitter. Let's see what that says. She's not a danger here, at least. She's from Sydney. I want to see what else she writes. What do you write, lady? Okay, I'll read chat while this loads slow as fuck. Maybe I'm blocked. Maybe my country's blocked. No, there it is. What do you guys know about ABC Australia? Do you guys know? Do you guys know ABC Australia? Emperor Cottrell, accused Christchurch shooter, had celebrated the rise of Australian far right. Labour MP hits out against fake Facebook profiles. Says she says are attacking her. ABC's gay Abo Bick Cuck News. ABC is shit insane. Sounds like a media outlet to me. ABC is pretty fair. Well, I don't care if she's a lefty. I just don't trust them. I don't trust any of these fucking people. They're all crazy. Her articles do not seem to have the kind of titles that I saw on ABC. One of the things I saw on this website that made me think I don't want to talk to this woman was a title that said something like, I'm trying to remember what the fuck it was. It was the most preposterous. Oh, the shooter, Brenton Tarrant, belonged to a certain political party in Australia. I don't remember which, but in the last year, it had a significant rise in representation because they had been winning, so many local elections for their parliament. And the article title that came out like right after the shooting was, the Australian whatever party now, or the Australian whatever party, the party of Brenton Tarrant, New Zealand Christchurch shooter, has as many MP seats as whatever other party. And it's like the most bullshit way to frame something. The party of this mass shooter is on the rise. And it's like, I don't want to talk to you if your fucking publication is spewing out that kind of autistic fucking trash. Why would I ever want to talk to people who are so blatant with how they spin narratives? It's just so fucking dumb. Rama. Breivik belonged to the Progress Party at one point. They are in government now, but they got a lot of shit for it at the time. Yeah, exactly. I mean, in the U.S. they do it too, but not that blatant. It's kind of different in the U.S. too, because the United States dichotomy between Republicans and Democrats is so hostile and retarded, and it doesn't even matter. Like, the difference between Democrats and Republicans fundamentally is very little. They're both like very pro-Israel, very pro foreign intervention, very pro, spending on all the same things. The only thing they disagree with is like abortion and gay marriage. It's the only thing that fucking matters. I don't even know what Rama is. But in countries where the political parties actually matter, it's really fucking insipid and retarded to try and link one person with the plurality of the party. Don't be Rama. What the fuck is? Oh, are you are you guys talking about this? Hold up. Northern Territory. This is one of my favorite fucking videos. Oh, based in red pilled.
It doesn't matter if you're on your community or on tour. We need to keep ourselves and our countrymen safe. You never know when a car is going to come along. The road is for cars, not for sleeping or playing around. Care about where you sleep. At night, the driver wants to see you. Bright clothes like white and yellow are good. We want to do things the right way in our community. So let's get road safety right.
Authorised by the Northern Territory Government.
If it wasn't for like that last second, you would think it was a parody. Like, we was speed bumps and shit. Oh, I have to sign up. Fuck that. Fuck that. What the fuck is Rama? You guys are fucking with me. This better be. Is this it? Is this it? No. Don't. Rama. Okay. By the Warburton community members. Okay.
Brothers, sisters, brothers, sisters. My friend, could we stand together? Look at us, we can live forever. Show me sister, show me brother.
I'm sorry, but the Aborigines, like they have the most unfortunate phenotype possible. I don't even I can't say much more, but Jesus Christ. Oh, I've had this featured on the front page before. That one part right there where they're like, you don't sniff petrol from the can. I put that on the site before. I've seen this. I don't remember it though. Chat, red pill me while I'm listening to this. Red pill me on the Maori, the New Zealand nabbies.
Your brains will be clear. Come on, come on, come on, come on, yeah! Come on, come on, come on. We put the leaders over the islands. You don't sniff petrol from a can. You put the petrol in the hiding space. Don't be rama-ramas messing with your brain. Say you're deadly. Do you understand? You don't sniff petrol from a can. You put the petrol in the car it goes. Don't be rama-rama sniffing up your nose.
You not deadly, you rama-rama. Gonna get caught like Dylan Osama.
Yeah, yeah, I tell you. 'Cause I can, yeah, I tell you.
When I was walking in the street, see the boys and girls are sleeping too much petrol, killing your brains.
We put the leaders over the islands. You don't sniff.
Nagan Yara? You know, I was thinking, like, can you imagine, like, a middle American version of this song about kids singing about not drinking bleach? But then I remember that we had the Tide Pod Challenge and a bunch of fucking retard kids almost died and had to have their stomachs pumped and filled with charcoal because they ate Tide Pods. I don't know if I can be too harsh on the Avos. Then again, those were retard kids and not like adults. Wow. Yeah, I don't know. You know, I'm so burnt. I've been playing a lot of Space Station 13. A lot of people recognize the intro song and stuff because I fucking love that jam when it plays. But at the same time, it's like all this shit like just sucks so much joy out of like hosting. And I don't mean to say that like in a way that like to say I want to give up, but at the same time it's just like, what the fuck is wrong with you people? What the fuck is wrong with the governments of the world where this shit happens? And you know what's really funny? Fucking the man who does not exist, he wrote an article for a website which also does not exist. And the article is about how the mosque the Christchurch shooter went to was linked to terrorist recruitment. He went to the mosque that had a big outrage because New Zealand nationals went to Yemen to join ISIS. And when they got fucking bombed out by the US government, the church threw a big stink and demanded that the New Zealand government demand answers from the US government to why they killed a New Zealand national who was in Yemen fighting for ISIS just because he was a New Zealand national. And that was the church that he shut up. And what's funny is that the articles that were written about this at the time all got deleted. All those articles about how these people were being nasty fucking cunts trying to get revenge for their ISIS warrior people, just vanished in a puff of smoke. It's just gone. Of course they're archived. If anything, people should realize at this point that everything gets archived. Andre Wanglin, it's not Andre Wanglin that wrote this one. It's his buddy View. I can't. It's not a word that can be pronounced backwards. Just look it up. No, not V. Google billionaire compounds in New Zealand. Well, I was thinking about New Zealand. I was legit deadass thinking about New Zealand as a place to hide away. I thought, it's a great place. It has good privacy laws. Hasn't been a major censorship crisis in there. The only main thing that they've got going on is that fat cunt Kim.com is facing extradition for civil issues, which I find preposterous. But they hadn't had any problems. Now it's like, well, that's off the fucking list. I wouldn't be surprised if I went to New Zealand if I got detained walking out the airport. I mean, I have to be. I guarantee. That's mind-boggling to me. I just realized that there is probably an active warrant for my arrest now. And some, never before. I wasn't wanted in fucking Saudi Arabia. I wasn't wanted in Russia. I wasn't wanted in the United States. In any county ever for anything. Never been wanted. Not even wanted in the UK, as far as I know. There is now probably a fucking legit arrest warrant for me in New Zealand. Join us in Israel. Maybe I'll keep singing the praises of Israel, and if things go tits up, I'll just go to Israel, and I'll bring a wife and convert. We'll both convert to Judaism. Am I going home? No. Not for the foreseeable future. I actually didn't know how long I would be staying here, and I still don't know. But I have no desire to go back, and I have nothing to go back for, and it's very cheap and it's very nice here. The only issue is that I cannot learn Russian. I don't even have the impetus for it, and I don't know why. I've tried to hype myself up for foreign languages and stuff, but I've never managed to acquire anything more than a few words. Yeah, there is no home to go back to. Just study dat ut rija. I have no idea what that is. Dalut rija. I don't know what that is. Yes, I can read Cyrillic. I just can't read what it actually says. Just study the language you learn? No. I've tried. Play Stalker. Acrylic. Yeah, I can read Cyrillic. I'll pick out transliterated words pretty easily. Did you miss anything? Yeah, I told the story of the little torrent crisis and stuff. That's stressed me out to the point where I'm just relaxing and shit. Stalker. Oh. Yeah. Fuck. So, actually, I've had my head basically buried in the sand. I'm curious, chat. You tell me this time. Has anything happened as a result of this shooting that I wouldn't have known You know, as in it doesn't have anything to do with the Kiwi farms or anything. Like, has stuff changed in the outside world off of Space Station 13? Gunt. I forgot. I completely forgot about. I completely forgot about IBS entirely for weeks, and then you said the word gunt, and it's just like my alter ego is resurfacing. It was submerged and frozen in time, but now it's waking up. I remember there used to be people, and they would stream each other, and there was a gunt, and and Andy got assaulted by Ralph, and they're gonna move in together. What did it? Did it change? What's happened? What's happened? What? Gunt, I see acrylic gunts now. No one knows that they all gone silent? Really? Really boring shit. Gator and Zidane left. You're full of shit. Zoom swatted Ralph. I saw that, and then the police gave him his docs on the police report. And they're suggesting filing a restraining order. I did hear about that. They left for real? What? What's... Zidane is just leaving, right? Zidane's going on to do his Zidane stuff up in Baton. Like, he's not making his own show, right? Zidane, I know Zidane has a real job. Oh, there's a... Published on March 29th. What? The fuck is this? I was going to call this the wages of gin, but gin is disgusting. I used to sit and wonder how anyone could ever suffer from burnout. It just didn't make sense to me. How could anyone with a successful enterprise that doesn't really seem to involve much work get burnt out? Just show up, do your shtick, and come back the next day, do it all over again. Thankfully, I no longer have to worry about this phenomenon because I have fallen victim to it myself. Every day the Halcyon, how the fuck do you pronounce that? Of Killstream, there were many nights where I didn't want to go on air. There were even more nights where I did exactly end up going on there. A few drinks to resolve my steel. This combined with the fact drinking usually did make the show better led to a bit of dependence. Did he really develop alcoholism entirely because of the kill stream? Is that what he's saying? I could just continue to drink and do the shows I have for the past year. In fact, for many months, that was my constant decision. I'm not breaking any laws. It has affected my health. It's been a great year. On the whole, I've met many amazing people and done many things in my internet career. Internet is a proper noun. Sorry, that's one of my biggest pet peeves. Internet is a proper noun. There's different understandings of the internet, and the internet that we're using right now is just called the internet, proper noun. Nora wrote this. What? Putting out something like this will be seen as weakness. What am I going to do forward? I've not left the show, but they aren't there either. What? This contradicts what I've been told by Chit. They're pursuing interests beyond the realm of the internet. And I do not begrudge them on that in the slightest. I'm sure they'll be back around I'm not going to stop. There's still a lot of people who want to watch the program 5 nights a week. I'll be back Wednesday night and for the rest of the week. I thought the kill stream was... I thought it was dead. Is he still streaming? Sorry. I thought he was... Huh. Okay, that's interesting. The new site design looks good, though. That font is terrible. That one, the one that popped in wasn't that much better either. What font is this? I hate this font. I'm sorry, hold up. It doesn't even have a name. I hold it in utter contempt, chat. He's on me. Oh, is he gonna like stay on Memology as a a permanent streamer host? Wow, okay. Yeah, you don't italicize headers like that. Ontology. Well, what's funny is I remember since you guys have awoken my drama core, which was at one point successfully murdered and now coming back to life. I remember, and I don't know if this is true anymore. I want to check. How do I go back to the other ones? Oh, it's going back up again. I swear it was going down for a while. Maybe I'm just retarded. Murder it again. Oh, it never went down. I swear though, like when it first started, like his subscribers per day were tapering off or something. But that was so long ago. I don't even remember. Murder. I don't know. Is that all that's happened in the last like 3 weeks? Oh, the EU porn license. That's funny. I'm really happy about that because I think I'm gonna make a prediction. That's a bold prediction. I predict that the articles that just passed the EU Parliament are so bad. They are so bad and so disruptive to the daily life of the sheep majority of the world that it will kill the EU. I think it is so bad it will kill the EU because now that the average person is inconvenienced by the EU, they go on YouTube.com and they're like, "Hey, I want to look up this video." And they get there and they'll get a message because YouTube hates it. YouTube actively fucking hates it. Here's a secret tip about YouTube. YouTube is in a sense on our side when it comes to copyright. YouTube wishes that that copyright did not exist. It hates copyright and it goes out of its way. Like if you send in a copyright complaint against the video, it doxes you. It flat out fucking doxes you to the person that you sent in the complaint to. And they don't have to do that. They don't have to do that until unless they were to try to, like if you were to counter it and then it comes down to go to court, then they would have to deliver the addresses and stuff. But right away, YouTube just fucking doxes you because it hates you for doing it. But it hates, like I think if you go to YouTube creators on Twitter, like it's pinned and shit. Yeah, see? So you're going to get a message like this. The final version of the EU copyright directive is an improvement, but remain concerned. Article 13. You're going to get a message just like this on the video that says, Article 13 of the EU Parliament is so fucking bad, we can't show you this video. And once all those mommy bloggers and all those fucking retards in the EU start seeing that shit, they're going to think, hey, the EU isn't a good thing. They don't care about the immigration. Like that shit's too abstract for them. The whole idea of people coming in from Turkey and then raping people, like they're so mentally abused, they will never ever accept that as a consequence of open borders. They just can't. It's not possible. But the EU passes a bill that blocks YouTube videos, and there is a direct link between EU and bad thing. They will not like it. And they'll be like, well, if we can't watch our fucking YouTube videos, what the fuck are we in this for? And I predict, especially countries that have burgeoning or very reliant tech industries, like Poland. Poland has so much going on for it in terms of IT that Poland's already Eurosceptic, right? You lose, the IT industry is faced with the consequence of implementing these laws or leaving the EU. That's a huge portion of Poland's development. From going from a second world country to a first world country, it's going to be paved in all these little tech businesses that are starting up in Poland right now. They're not going to like that. They're going to leave. And then once shithole countries like Poland are leaving, it'll be great. That's my prediction. Poland loves West. Internexit. Gonna get hard for Poland to leave. If the economic detriment, it goes both ways. If the economic detriment to Poland exceeds the economic benefit to Poland from being in the EU, they'll leave. And if the EU starts having to pay subsidies to Poland to support its IT industry, which has been devastated by these laws, well, then all the other countries are going to be paying more money out of pocket to support Poland. And they're not going to like that. You tell the French that they have to pay more fucking taxes so that a Polish developer working on Witcher 4 can afford to feed himself. Like, that shit's not going to fly. Those motherfuckers ain't going to take that shit. They can't. They literally can't. Real ID? I mean, yeah, that's what people want. People want real ID. They do it in South Korea. Here's a fun fact. If you want to play in South Korea, if you want to play an MMORPG in South Korea, you have to provide your social security number to log in. Your MMORPG accounts are tied to your fucking government ID. So if you want to run around in RuneScape saying the N-word, you're going to have to be able to plug in your social security number so that they can put that on your what would be the American equivalent of a Sesame score? Like a burger score? If you're a really bad burger who says the N-word, you're just like a regular hamburger. You don't have any cheese or anything. But if you're a super good boy, you're like a quarter pounder or a Royale with cheese. It's basically, I mean, we have our financial systems already. We already have the 3 credit bureaus. Nothing, literally nothing, as far as I know, regarding the law, prevents the 3 financial credit bureaus from considering things like that. So, if you sign up to social media and you swipe your credit card, and there's an agreement between Twitter or Facebook and these credit score bureaucracies, there's nothing that prevents them from trading information. And then they can say, look, this person is posting all this Breitbart shit on their fucking Facebook account, and they're like, oh, okay, well, we're going to take down their credit score because we can't trust them, to take out a loan or get a job if they're right wing. If they're white right-wing radicals, they're dangerous to society. And if we do In America, especially, if we do get that kind of real ID stuff, it's going to be it's going to be a private industry, because in the U.S., whenever we don't want something to be legislation that has to abide by the Constitution, we just offload it to a business, and we have the business de facto implement that concept. And nothing stops it. It's like, look, government, look, big company, if you want these multi-billion-dollar government contracts, you're gonna work with us. And of course they do. Amazon rents out entire warehouses to the CIA. There are warehouse-sized buildings, stacked to the fucking ceiling in computer hardware that belong entirely to the government. And that's a huge amount of money for Amazon. That's how Amazon can afford to cut the prices on every single thing it sells to the point where local businesses can't compete. And then they have other contracts with the USPS, so they don't have to pay postage, or they don't have to charge you for postage. And it's just now they can drone drop shit. And if you want your fucking commercial aircraft license for your drones, if you want your USPS license, so you don't have to charge shipping, if you want your warehouses rented out in full to the CIA, which has a $50 billion a year budget, you better fucking do what we say when it comes to monitoring people and cooperating with the credit bureaus to track people's social media. I'm not just discovering anything. I'm just saying. Has there been a drone terror attack? There will be in the future. I don't want to say too much because I've thought about this and like how people could very easily with today's technology abuse the fuck out of currently legal things and do exactly what Tarrant has done. Like you take a 3D printed weapon and you put it on a drone and you use open source facial recognition technology to like scan for targets. You could easily fucking do that. And it would be completely legal to get the parts required for it. And once that happens, once somebody goes ahead and does that, and there's nothing stopping them from doing that, that's it. They're going to ban those 3D printers. They're going to ban commercial drones without a license. They're going to ban facial recognition technology. They're going to start censoring open source software. They're going to come down hard. And there's nothing that I know of that can stop it. Right-wing drones, no, it's not even a joke. You can get this shit already. You can go on fucking Newegg and buy everything you would need to do to build a drone that could look for people down below and calculate trajectory. It wouldn't even need to be illegal. There's nothing illegal about doing that. You could do it immediately. And I mean, you could even publish the source code, and that wouldn't be illegal. And once it happens, they're going to clamp down on all of that shit. You're not going to have drones. You're not going to have open source shit. You're not going to have it. They're going to, I would love to see them try and ban like Ubuntu and shit, ban Gentoo, and say you have to use Windows because we need to be able to spy on you. They already tried to get Apple to fucking crack their shit. Why am I Fed posting? I'm just saying that this is exactly what's going to happen. Because now we've seen with Tarrant what happens. Here's the truth. Ready? You want to cause problems. You want to get a Wikipedia page. You want to have your visage memorialized forever. Commit some kind of tragedy, and use completely legal methods to do so, and be clever about it. Because once you do, they will come down. They will ban everything that you've used, make everybody miserable, and accelerate this burning dumpster fire to the point of crisis within the next 10 years. Rip my channel? I don't know. I don't care anymore. I just don't. How am I supposed to give a shit? Oh, I'm so thankful. I'm so thankful, YouTube. You smack my fucking hand for making fun of fat chicks. You smack my fucking hand for posting a picture of some pedophile motherfucker. And now you're saying, oh, I can't tell the truth. The truth is that people are going to use convenient legal methods to commit terror attacks. They're going to continue to be fucking ingenious about it. You can grow fucking plants that have neurotoxins in them. What the fuck is the name of it? It's like a trumpet, a yellow trumpet flower or something. What is it? But it's a flower. It looks like a yellow trumpet. It has a neurotoxin in the root. Take that and you can aerosolize it. You don't even need a gun. You can just use a fucking a spray can. Run down a fucking hallway in a hospital with 2 spray cans full of this shit and just like sing Alice in Wonderland and spray that shit all over the fucking place and people will die. Simple as. Doesn't need, not complicated. Belladonna, yeah, no. Super deadly, super easy to get a hold of. And as people fucking do it, and they will do it, there's going to be more tyrants. There's so many people disenfranchised from society right now that there are right now men and women, mostly men, on 4chan, reading posts, thinking about how fucked the future is, how they have nothing to live for, how their white families are going to be beaten, murdered, and raped by fucking invaders in their lifetime. So what's the point of having a family? What's the point of having children if they're going to be a second-class citizen in their own country? Might as well kill yourself. Might as well kill yourself and do something fantastic while you do it. And there are many available legal means for accomplishing this. And you know it's true. You know it's true. You know it's true. You know everything I've said is true. There are fucking crazy people out there who are just thinking about how they'd fucking do it. And they are so close from snapping. What's going to happen? What's going to happen? What are they going to do? What are the police going to do to stop this? They don't want to fucking stop it. They want crisis after crisis that they can continue to clamp down on this shit and excuse themselves for deleting faggot fucking stupid fucking websites like the Kiwi Farms because it bothers them. I've read too much 4chan. I don't even read that much 4chan. I just know it. That's the thing that struck me about Terrence's manifesto. I didn't even read all of it because I know what it says. Like, because a lot of people could have written that manifesto. Could have. Because all it is, it reads like a 4chan post. It's just shit posting. And it's really clear what he wanted to do. Take your yang pill? Dude, I'm yang pilled as fuck. You know how amazing $1,000 a month would be? I'd take that shit. I'd sell out my fucking country. Whatever. America's not even worth $1,000 a month to me. Xi Jinping, you're gonna pay me $1,000 a month for my soil? Take it. I want that $1,000. I want that $1,000. I'm gonna use it to buy so much borscht. I'm gonna swim in that shit. I'm gonna be the little dollop of sour cream in my own personal pool of borscht, and I'm gonna use it with yang bucks. Thank you, Xi Jinping, for your charity. Because the alternative is you go accelerationism the other way. You don't get shit. What do you get? What do you get if somebody like fucking Biden wins? You know, Biden's just gonna make things as shitty, but he's not gonna give you $1,000. You could build a killer drone with that $1,000 a month. You could build a killer drone for like $50, man. You could rip out the graphics card in your fucking computer and strap it onto something. Bernie 2020, no refund. Is he running again? Is he running again? The first pedophile president in the White House? Buddy, I am pretty sure that there have been some raunchy-ass fucking child fuckers in the White House. No doubt in my mind, because the kind of person who becomes president of America is a blistered sociopath who has no moral boundaries whatsoever. Wouldn't it be funny? Wouldn't it be funny if Sanders died? if he got the nomination and then had a stroke and just died like weeks after, and then and the DNC nominated Hillary Clinton again in his stead because he's dead. Do you know? Do you know like how people would be calling that shit like a murder for the that would be the next JFK, like Bernie Sanders was stealth assassinated by the CIA because they they wanted to give it to Clinton. He's a sad old Jew. He is. That fucking picture with him standing behind the Black Lives Matter people is just the most pathetic fucking thing. That's like that is like I don't like to use the word cuck a lot because I think it's a really boring word in terms of like insult value. But that picture of him getting cucked by the Black Lives Matter women is just so sad. It's just so sad. But at the same time, you can't feel bad for him. You can't feel bad for him because a man would have said, "Get the fuck off my platform or I'm calling the goddamn police and dragging you nappy-headed hoes off my fucking stage in handcuffs. What the fuck are you doing?" Like, you can't, how do you trust somebody like Bernie Sanders to run a country when he can't even run a fucking podium in the middle of a goddamn rally that he owns, that he rented, and that he rented the security for? He can't even command a small group of paid mercenaries to deliver black people from his fucking stage. Nah. Does Bernie have any kids? I fucking doubt it. Bernie Sanders kids. Levi Sanders. Oh my god. Bernie Sanders' kid is the most Jewish person I have ever seen. Look at this shit. Look at this shit. Can you find anything? Look at this. Look at this. What the fuck is this? He looks like the guy from that Nate Silver. Look at this. Look at this. It's like, what is it? What is it about being a Democrat that makes you look like this? Is it like a genome? Do you have to have a certain DNA sequence to be this kind of fucking person? Because look, I'm not saying they look alike, but I'm saying they got the look. You know what I mean? It's like when you see somebody wearing those pedophile glasses, those stereotypical pedo glasses. These guys have the look of like balding, desperate, insane people who think they're way smarter than they actually are. The Jewish phenotype. Isn't that a book that JF wrote? Oh, jeez. Look at this. I don't. Do Jews really have this pattern of male baldness that is so prominent? Why? Why don't they have hair? Look at this picture of Nate Silver. Like, he looks like John Oliver. If somebody took like buzz, what do you call those things? Clippers, like buzz clippers, and just like went at him. Oh yeah, how do you want your hair? Just fuck my shit up. Exactly. That's why they wear the little hats. There's what do you call it? There's a yarmulke. Oh jeez. Yarmulke? How do you spell that? Yarmulke. Yarmulke. No. Yarmulke. Help. Help, I'm dying. You can't spell Jewish words. Here, you need one of these. Who needs one of these? You need to kippa it on, Nate Silver. You gotta hide that embarrassing male pattern baldness you got coming on. A Judas. A kippa. Remove kippa. Oh. Ugh, is there anything else I can talk about to ensure my channels get deleted and my bank account shut down? PFF. Yarmo. No, if I get my channel deleted, I want it to be from actual edgy content, not just from like pressing the delete button. I already talked about the shooting. I talked about it at the start of the stream. Did I see Christian went ghost hunting? No, I did not. Which stalker? Sam? Sammy has been in contact, I think, with some of those journalists. But aside from that, not much else is going on with him. He's still being a fucking weirdo. I don't know who Messy Tails is. Like, I don't make threads on random people that like people send to me. Oh, there's a thing. There is apparently somebody on Instagram pretending to be my girlfriend, saying that, telling cam whores that if they don't pay her money, she's going to have me write a thread on her, like trying to extort them by using me. And I have no idea who this person is. So if you have more information about that person, I would love to know who they are, because I'm very curious. Oh, yeah, okay. Mrs. Moon. Honest one, is it Zoom? Not my type. I have no idea who this person is. I have no idea what she looks like. I can't tell you. I cannot tell you whatsoever. Extort her for ass. That's bullying. Do we usually have 700 people watching this? This channel usually gets like 100. Dude, I don't know. I've just been told by people that's what's happening. I don't know anything about the actual details of it. I don't even have her handle, so stop asking. Oh my fucking god, I hate people who just spam shit in chat fucking over and over again. Watch this fucking video. I'm gonna mute my thing. If this is not the best video in the fucking world, I'm banning you from chat, because you've been at this for half a fucking hour, regardless of context. Dude, we stopped talking about Aborigines like an hour ago. Why are you still trying to get me to play this? I don't want to play your random fucking meme video. Fuck off. So frustrating. You know what's really fucking frustrating? I like to play the Surgeon and Space Station 13. So you know what happens? I get up in there, right? I will show you. I will show you. I'll show you my room in the space station. We're gonna talk about Space Station 13 now. I've declared it to be so. All right, this is the room, right? And this is the surgery room. Now, I'm good at the brain surgery. I'm an extremely good brain surgeon. So I get in there, right? And I make sure that all my tools are where I want them. I even go to I even go here and grab this box of prosthetics, right? And drag it over here and then wrench that shit down so it can't fucking move, right? And I get all my shit set up and I even tell the AI, lock this fucking door. Bolt this shit down, right? Lock this fucking door, bolt it down. If I can get a welder to weld this fucking door, I will have them weld this fucking door. Because what niggas like to do is they like to sneak up in here, right? They like to break in this door, and then get down here, break in this door, and steal my fucking scalpel. Now, I need this scalpel to operate on the fucking brains. If I don't have this fucking scalpel, I can't fucking operate, right? So I tell them, bolt this shit down and do not let people get my scalpel. I need it. And then some motherfucker from elsewhere in the med bay will come in my surgery room where I've gotten everything locked down perfect as I want it, and just fuck my shit up and take my goddamn tools. And there's not a fucking thing I can do about it because they're also medical people. They're also doctors. And it's like you're the fucking worst. I had my room set up exactly as I liked it. No, it's my surgery room. I do the surgeries. I call it. I say it's my surgery room. Get the fuck out. Do I ERP with the furries? No, I amputate their brain and send it over to robotics so they can make some dickless robot that can never fuck anything ever again. KF13 server, that's a good idea, actually. Once I get more accustomed with the game. But then, okay, here's the other thing. If I can't get that, this is my secret monkey room. And I'll show you my charts. I'll show you my charts so you can see how good I am with this. Okay, this is all the regiments, right? Or the regiments. And this is my things, right? So this one didn't work too well. This one sucked. This one was okay. It was pretty funny, right? This one after hours of research, this one is my coup de grace. And it is absolutely perfect. What you do is you take the necrotizing fascistus, right? And you mix it with all this other shit. Now, you don't have a good transmission, but it's okay because you got sneezing. And once you got sneezing, it doesn't even matter. And just trust me. Take a copy of this and implement it in your own video games. It's not pronounced that way, you fucker. How do you pronounce it then? This was never a comfy stream. This is the best stream. It makes them turn black. It does. Look, the revitiligo or whatever the fuck. This is important. It makes them turn black, which is crucial to the name. But it also has some good stats, which we need to keep up. Actually, the resistance is too low. I had another one. This one requires gold to cure, but it's actually very complicated. So I'd recommend, unless you have plenty of time to formulate, do not make slicker. Slicker is difficult. Will I be on Nick's 24-hour stream? Yes, probably. Okay. I wanted to share with you all. Virgo update. I'll check on Virgo and then I'm gonna call it quit. Where's my cursor? There it is. No, he had the other one. He had the other one that turns you white. That one turns you black. Virgo is dead. I think so. Let's see. This is getting ugly. Oh, this one's not. Oh, dude, this looks great.
Hi, everybody. I just want to let you know it's interesting that my father, who abused me, beat me up till I was 22, and the last time I saw him, he hit me at a bookstore and hit the book out of my hand. It's interesting that enablers, they're called flying monkeys, and the overt narcissist or the covert narcissist and psychopath will use the flying monkeys. They will abuse by proxy. And abuse by proxy is when you hide your hate and you use somebody else as a tool to manipulate. And my father is someone I don't trust. I mean, a narcissist will discard you when they no longer feel that you are someone who's giving them a narcissistic supply. And you can be an elder who is a narcissist and a psychopath. You're just older, that's all. So right now, it's being accused of taking somebody's money, and it's just like, that's not what's going on here. This is a man who beat me up till I was 22, helped me get a studio, and is now living in luxury somewhere in the mountains of California, and I'm without food, without a phone, without a car. I'm selling my car, and my internet may be disconnected if I can't get somebody to pay for it temporarily, while I scrounge for jobs and beg for money to try to get something going on, because I might work for Uber or Lyft or something. I don't really know right now. I have to get a commercial license. There's lots of things, and I'm looking for a roommate. I'm trying to post ads, and there's nobody there, and I'm going to be thrown out of my house and my whole studio. A $50,000 studio with nowhere to go if I can't get a roommate, and it's very hard to get a roommate. It's not that easy. So I'm at the point where I'm going to lose my studio. I don't have any food. I couldn't pay my phone bill today. Do these people care? They're claiming that the reason that they don't like me is I didn't have a good enough income. Right. When I was 19, my sister was one of the most demonic, evil people I have ever known, and disowned her at 19 years old. She called me in my 20s saying, if you ever need help with anything, I'm going to kick you out on your ass. A very, very abusive woman. Excuse my language. I shouldn't even repeat her foul language because she calls me on the phone screaming the F word with her husband. They're vulgar, crude, distasteful. My father was vulgar. The act of beating a beautiful, refined woman, and I consider myself beautiful because I was living my life as a good person. Now, beauty to me is a lot more than just what people look like. It has to do with my demeanor, who I was. I had morals and standards. All she did was talk about being promiscuous and sleeping around. She was crude, vulgar, crass. And this is what her behavior is. She's vulgar, and so is her husband. And my father was vulgar. This is crude. Just throw your kid out in the street, you know, kid, adult. I mean, they threw me on the street when I was in my teens, throwing me down the stairs. I mean, they're disgusting people. So, right now, I think it's funny because psychopaths, they want to destroy our culture. They work for the entertainment industry. They work for big corporations outside the entertainment industry. And they rise to the top like cream and make money and disguise themselves thinking, oh, well, yes, I make this amount of money, so that means I'm mentally well. No, it doesn't. Because people don't have a lot of money doesn't mean they're mentally ill. So basically, I'm losing my studio, and that's it. Bye.
Thanks for the update, Virgo. Oh, she has a new channel. Oh, Jesus Christ. This is 2 days ago. Are you kidding me? What? Can you imagine being her roommate, by the way? just a quick aside. Like, can you fucking imagine?
This person right here, I just blocked them. They have mental health problems. And you know what's funny about this? I've blocked this person before. Let's get real. Family is not somebody who beats the hell out of you, who poisons you, who drugs you, who attempts to murder you. These are not family. These are psychopaths and criminals. When I grew up, I said that they never made eye contact with me at the table, at the dinner table. They were continually to throw me out of the house. I was put in a foster home. Actually, the foster parents were probably my real family. These are not family. These are sick, psychopathic, narcissistic nuts. A liar. My father does nothing but make up stories. I love you. This is something that's helping other people, you shallow person. Do you understand that real love and real families don't attempt to murder their own kids? I guess you fail to understand that I'm just angry because of he's in assisted living. That is not the reason. If he lived with me, he'd be hitting me and abusing me. Okay, so it has nothing to do with this. For years, I have wanted nothing to do with them and to want to be no contact with these people. Okay? It has nothing to do with it. You don't he didn't live in any high crime rate place. He lived in a very upscale neighborhood in a nice house where there was no crime in the area that he lived in. He lives in a high crime area now. I mean, it has nothing to do with it. My sister is a criminal and you're trying to make it sound like she's not. Maybe you are her. I don't know who you are. She committed grand larceny. I'm not just angry because my father's screaming on the phone, please help me, please get me out of here, I hate these people. And he told me that they were criminals and psychopaths for a year. He doesn't love my sister and her husband. You don't even know what you're talking about. It doesn't make perfect sense to bring him to a place where he doesn't love the people that he's living with. He doesn't love anybody. He may not even love me. I know he doesn't love them. He told me he didn't even care if she was put in jail for the rest of her life. I was even feeling bad that she was going to be put in jail. You don't even know what you're talking about. She committed grand larceny. They don't even have a relationship. He's been writing them for years how he can't stand these people. You don't even know what you're talking about. It makes perfect sense for them to put him there so they can take his house and all his money. That's how elders are isolated.
Oh yeah, she's schizophrenic as fuck,
dude. Take all their money. It doesn't make perfect sense that they took him there because he's very old. Because they are not family to my dad. And basically, I don't know if I am either. But they are definitely evil people. They don't love my father. They don't love me. They don't love anybody. And I know them and you don't. Now, I hope that he stays in assisted living. Hey, I don't want to take care of somebody who hit me the last time I saw him. I only saw him 2 times in God knows how many years. They're not my family. I'm just letting other people know that you need to cut ties and go no contact with fakes. That I'm trashing my family. This is not family. I have a cousin. This is not family. These are scum. People who beat my body till I'm 22, break down the doors, take everything away from me, put me in a slum. I lived in a slum after they beat me to a pulp, and he didn't even give me his address. For a year, I lived in a place with no heat, suffering from post-traumatic stress disorder on food stamps. This is not family. This is scum, this is criminality, and this is mental illness. Last time I saw him in Seattle, he was mentally ill. You're mentally ill. And you need to get some professional help. I'm not angry that he's there. I'm angry that I fell into a trap of a narcissist and a psychopath. I should have gotten rid of him a long time ago. When I was 22 years old, I say about 19, I should have left the house a long time ago. I should have stayed in the foster home. You're an ignorant, I don't want to say what you are. You're ignorant, foolish, and shallow. You need professional help. You don't even know what a real family is. My mother or my sister attempted to murder me. They put pills under my bed. I overdosed at 3 years old. They're criminals. I never even went to my mother's memorial. These people are evil. Pure evil.
Oh, Jesus. That's good. That's good shit. You can tell that so many people have told her that she's mentally ill. That to her it's like a casual thing, like a thing, like, you know, you say somebody's a dipshit or a fuckhead or an asshole, right? And people will copy that and start using that insult, like how in Old Boy. If you ever seen the movie Old Boy, he gets out of the prison and gets into a fight with young people, and the young people call him a fuck shit. And later on, he says that the guy's a fuck shit because it's like embedded in his head now, that insult word. And it's like that. Everybody's called her mentally ill for so long that she just thinks it's like a thing that you say, like, to insult people. Yeah, like incel. It doesn't even have any meaning to her. She's just fucking nuts. Was she always crazy? Yeah, she's schizophrenic. I'm pretty sure. Like, I'm pretty sure that's why she left at like 22. Like, I guess that's when symptoms start to show, right? Shit movie. How is Old Boy a shit movie? What the fuck is wrong with you? It can show at any age, but it's usually in the 20s that it starts showing. I'm sure the sister does have a restraining order against her. And yeah, the remake is shit. I'm talking about the original Korean movie. And I don't mean to say that to sound pompous. It is one of the best movies ever made that I've ever seen. Watch the original. Don't watch the one by the fucking Stan Lee. Oh, Jesus Christ. Yeah, so of course the remake is shit. All Asians make great depressing stuff. There's one Chinese film, I think it's Chinese, it might be Japanese. Probably Japanese. Maybe you guys can tell me the title. All I remember about it is that it's a story about the dad, and the dad is struggling as a freelance journalist. So to make ends meet, they let in a roommate who is a strange man. And over the course of the events, the father and his son murder his bullies together. The daughter dies and he rapes her corpse, and she shits herself, and he continues to rape her. And at some point, the stranger invited into the house sits in a room with an umbrella as the wife lactates and floods the room with milk. Do you know the name? Yes, Visitor Q. Visitor Q. That's it. Ah, shiggity diggity. I'm pretty sure this is it. Now we're talking. Fuck off, Jimmy. Yeah. Oh, there's no pictures of it. I need the pic. Oh, I probably. You know what? I probably can't show you guys pictures of this movie. Probably can't. Sounds Jewish as fuck. It's just Japanese. It's all on YouTube based. Okay. All right, I think that's it. I'm glad I've got to stream for 2 hours and people actually watched and enjoy me rambling to myself for 2 hours. So I'm gonna keep the stream up for at least a couple hours so people can archive it. Well, I'll probably delete it. And until later, this is a very old picture of me somebody found, and it made me laugh. I will see you probably next Wednesday. Hopefully, I'll actually have a stream for once. Let me find a picture of a hamster. I'm just gonna get one hamster. Which hamster do I want? I gotta admit, I'm partial to the ham dance. I'm partial to the ham dance. This hamster is blessed by Jesus. No, I want this one. Oh, it's Christian Josh. Fuck off. All right. Where's the music? What song do I want to play? What song? What girls fuck dogs? You know what? I haven't played that one in a long time. Fuck it. Fuck it. We're doing it. Oh, you know what? No, fuck it. We're going with a Russian song. I changed my mind at the last second. I'll see you guys on Wednesday, and thank you everybody who donated to the site thing. Like after the shooting, like a lot of people went to the support site and subscribed, and I thank you if you're one of those people. And I'll see you guys on Wednesday. Where's my stuff? Oh, jeez. I'm getting rusty.
Хуй! 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 Много королей у нас, но мало шутов. Все кричат, no dead, я говорю факов. Мумию не понять, то ли шут, то ли король. Сложная досталась мумии роль. Би это не 2, би это 0. Чайф это не кайф, а о, какая боль. Очень странный стал город Ленинград. Был культурной столицей, а теперь один мат. Меня зовут Шнур, я приду к тебе во снах. Мономор инвалидами и уродами, наркоманами, монами. Меня зовут Шнур, я приду к тебе во снах. Мономор инвалидами и уродами, наркоманами, монами. ДДТ так раньше назывался дихлофос. Воняет так давно, что уже болит нос. Аквариум это там, где змеи и гады. Всем страшно смотреть, а они только рады. О, у кого-то опять сердце встало. Новые люди, что им старых мало. Лошадью маленькой быть очень сложно. Я не пробовал, но говорят возможно. Меня зовут Шнур, я приду к тебе во снах. Мономор инвалидами и уродами, наркоманами, монами. Меня зовут Шнур, я приду к тебе во снах. Мономор инвалидами и уродами, наркоманами, монами. Машина времени застряла в своем времени, им не избавиться от этого времени. Танцы минус или танцы плюс, я не люблю ни нытье, ни блюз. До этого был рэп полная хуйня, но теперь за дело принялся я. Песня кончается и скоро финиш, я воткнул так, что хуй вынешь. Меня зовут Шнур, я приду к тебе во снах. Мономор инвалидами и уродами, наркоманами, монами. Меня зовут Шнур, я приду к тебе во снах. Мономор инвалидами и уродами,